Matt Miller, let's go into what there is a lot of people who say Merrick Garland has some work to do. What does that mean? What is it that he can do that would somehow protect of the Justice Department from interference from a future President Trump? Is there anything he can do, or is it really just disclosure of what happened during the Trump years that is really the best sunshine that could be, the best sort of disinfected that you can hand to sort of try to publicly shame folks about what happened with justice in the Trump years?
Disclosure is very important, and the Justice Department has gotten a lot of criticism lately for not disclosing certain things that we all want to see. They should get some credit here for turning over these documents and these emails to Congress and letting this story come forward, and there's going to be more they're going to have to share in the coming months, so we know everything that happened. I think that's the first part. And then when we see the full facts, then we need to make decisions about what the reforms ought to be. I think first, as a starting point, there are reforms at the Justice Department about when DOJ should get involved in election contests that need to be considered and strengthened. We probably need stronger rules about the contacts between the White House and the Justice Department. There's a memo on that is still binding policy, but it really just tells you who can talk to who at each building. It doesn't tell you what they can and can't talk about. And I think we ought to look at trying to wall some of those things off. But all the strongest internal reforms in the world at DOJ really won't stop a future president or future officials at the Justice Department from acting in bad faith. A rule promulgated by an attorney general can be rescinded by a future attorney general. So a lot of this does fall to Congress to look at things like, are there ways of criminalizing interference with an election that would be binding on officials in the Justice Department and on a president? So if we find ourselves in this position in the past, we're not just resting on the good graces of people inside the executive branch doing the right thing, but those people knowing that if they do the wrong thing, there could be very serious criminal sanctions for them after they leave office.